Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. This is gonna be a quick video. My last video was talking about the chemical pregnancy and what we were doing differently this cycle. We are on cycle day 5. Ant flow is over, so that's great. But a lot of you guys have been asking me questions since I posted that video, and I realized I haven't explained a lot of stuff to you guys since I've been MIA for 3 months before we got these BFPs. So you guys are asking me if I've gotten my progesterone tested and stuff like that, my chemical balance and my hormonal balances and all that stuff. And the answer is no. Well, not since April. I haven't gotten anything tested, and this is kind of like a story time to get you guys caught up on why I haven't been back to the fertility clinic or the doctor or anything like that. Okay. If you remember back in my old videos, we went back to the doctor and we got a semen analysis done to see if our levels have improved. The doctor said no, said IUI was off the table, and then we need to go straight to IVF, or DJ could have had a procedure done that may or may not have worked, and it would have taken up to, I think, 6 to 12 months to see if anything had happened. So after we got that news, of course we were devastated, but we kind of knew that's what the issue was and that's what was going to have to happen. We didn't think IUI was going to be off the table, but you know, we took our lumps and we went home with our IVF package, which is, where's my package? Okay, well, it's somewhere in this room, with our IVF package, and they told us that we were supposed to call somebody about the billing, about how much everything would cost. So we went back and forth with that for a month, and finally decided, okay, we want to go ahead and start off with IVF, and we want to start in June. We talked to billing. They told us how to go and see how much we could, you know, apply for, how much we could apply for, how much would be approved for. It had a breakdown of how much the payments would be per month, you know, to pay back what we owe. We figured out what if we wanted to do the one with medication or not, or we got everything that we're supposed to get. We were ready to notarize, sign on the line, and after we made that decision, like a week later, I had a dream that DJ had gotten fired. That was on a Thursday night. I woke up, it's like, I had a dream you got fired. And he's like, oh, okay. We didn't think anything of it. We went back to sleep and just went on with our life. That Monday, when I was ready to call them and tell them, like, okay, we're ready, ready to sign online, and they were going to call me and set up appointments because I had to go back for more testing and everything like that if we were going to do IVF. He called me Monday morning before I left for work and told me that he had lost his job. So we were back at ground zero, square one. We were just backs against the wall. So that was just a big blow to everything. Like, we thought we had it all figured out. We're like, you know what? This is what we're supposed to do. God gave us good credit, you know, so we could do IVF, and the time is now. And little did we know, all this was gonna happen. So this is the job that he was at. They called him from a different job and asked him to come work at this job, and then we haven't even get to the 9-year mark. I mean, 1 year mark, like shy of it, but like 3 months, and they let him go. Like, just boom, let him go. So yeah, it was a big shock. We had to step back. We had to figure things out. We had to breathe. And that's where we were. So for that 3-month period, April, May, June, I was just working. So my job, I'm like a freelance. Like, I don't get insurance unless I buy it. And we were on his insurance. So that meant no insurance. No insurance means we couldn't do IVF. I couldn't go back for testing, nothing. So that's why we weren't trying for 3 months. We were like, okay, well, we got to figure life out before we, you know, try to bring a child into this world, because we thought we were going to be doing it one way, and obviously that's not what the plan is for us. So we went through a little hard time. Like, I was frustrated, and I can't imagine how DJ was feeling, because, you know, we had just found out it was male factor infertility. They took his job. He always worked. He never not had a job, and he's a good worker. So I know that probably felt crazy to him, and he'll come in and talk about that in a different video, but I waited too long to make this video. It's now football season or preseason, and he's out there watching the game. I was like, do you want to get on the camera? He's like, another day. So he knows I'm talking about this, and he can fact check when he looks back on it. But yeah, that had to be devastating for him. It was frustrating to me because I was like, I can't believe that we were already in this storm, and now we have like a superstorm in this storm, and we're just supposed to just like stay strong on our faith and our foundation. Like, I had some periods where I was upset at God about everything that was going on. I was like, how could you let us go through something like this? Are we supposed to be married? Is this supposed to be our life? Like, are we doing something wrong? And we both had to just, DJ had to be strong for me, and we had to ground ourselves and just grab on to God and remember he's our anchor through the storm, and that his grace is sufficient, and it doesn't matter what he throws at us, his grace is sufficient enough for us to be able to stand it and make it through, and he's right there with us the whole time. Long story short, during that time we weren't testing. That's what I'm saying. We weren't trying to get pregnant, and we find out that his sister is pregnant, and then we find out that our close friend is pregnant, and another one of our close friends are pregnant, and we're just like, okay, God, what's going on? Like, we got stripped of our job. We are not doing IVF. I ended up having to stay at my job. I forgot about that. So yeah, I was supposed to leave my job, and I was gonna have like a summer off before I went on to something new. And last minute, I was able to keep my job, but she gave me a raise. So I got a raise, and I ended up staying there, and it was able to sustain a lot of stuff that was missing since he lost his job, and plus we had money saved up. So we didn't really feel the financial pain that much, but you know, it was still a blow to the whole situation. Okay, so some months pass, and we get to June, and DJ gets a new job. He's still working part-time, and then he took a class and he's gonna work full-time, but that's a whole nother story. So until that happens, and he gets on full-time and he's there for a while, we still don't have insurance. And we're like, you know, we could make it without insurance. It's just us. We don't have kids, so we don't have to rush. We don't need to go buy independent insurance. And then I get a positive test. So we're like, okay, well, what are we gonna do? We can't go to our normal doctors to get tested and all that stuff. We have to go to a clinic. But that test fell through. And then I got another pregnancy test that was positive, and I was like, okay, what are we gonna do? And I was like, okay, well, I'm gonna go to this clinic that I saw down the street. It seemed like it was might as well do that. And that test fell through. Then we get pregnant again this month, and you already know what happened to that. But I'm not able to go get my progesterone tested or anything because we don't have insurance right now, and we didn't plan on getting pregnant at all because we weren't getting pregnant at all. We weren't testing, we weren't, you know, timing anything, and all of a sudden this is just happening without any kind of medical intervention. So I'm like, okay, God, you're showing us that this can happen and that we need to trust you. So I was so happy that we didn't sign on the dotted line for IVF, because we would have been so out of luck, because he lost his job like right when we were supposed to do it. So that was like a blessing in disguise, because if we would have signed on that line, we would have owed $20,000, and we would have been scraping from like our savings, or I don't know what we would have done. And then we get these positive tests. So I hope this answers some of you guys' questions, like, have I got any, you know, testing? No, not yet. Insurance hasn't kicked in yet. Like, we don't have insurance yet. We plan on having it soon. And if we were to get pregnant before that, we would just go ahead and get some insurance on our own. Just go ahead and pay for it until we get our other insurance with his new job. But yeah, so that's why I don't know if my progesterone is low or anything. I haven't had that tested lately. Back when I did get it tested, all of my chemical balances were right. I didn't have any issues. The only thing I had, like I said, was the high blood sugar. They did say a lot of times with low male infertility, you do get a couple of miscarriages because the chromosomes don't add up the way they're supposed to. You might get a sperm through, but it might not have all the right chromosomes, and your body rejects it. So, it's my sister. But anyway, so I don't know if that's the issue, or maybe my body's just trying to get ready, because I am 30 and I've never been pregnant. So maybe my body's trying to move stuff around and get ready for it to stick. So right now, our only option is to trust God totally, because we can't go to the doctor and get anything subscribed or anything like that right now. But I feel like this is a good sign, because at first they were saying we weren't going to get pregnant at all. We couldn't even do IUI. And now we're getting pregnant like each month back to back, and the line is getting darker each time. And the only thing that opted me to test those times is that I was getting like really bad migraines, and I never get headaches at all. So that and nausea and feel like I need to throw up, like all of a sudden just feeling like I need to throw up. And I would test and it'd be positive. So that's the only reason I tested, because like I said, we weren't tempting, we weren't charting, we weren't calculating anything. And we got these positives. But that's it. I hope you guys understand or got some, you know, questions answered. If you have any more questions, just feel free to ask me. I'll try to answer them in the comment box if it's not too long. Like, I didn't want to answer this in the comments because it was a drawn out explanation. But that's it. He is working. He's happy at the place he's at. His good friend got him on, and God's grace. So we're excited about it, and it's gonna be, you know, better from here. Like, our storm is starting to settle, even though it was rocky, it's starting to settle, and it's gonna be better. And when, you know, we get this baby, this testimony is about to be crazy. So that's it. So I'm gonna post this video, and I made another video a couple of weeks back before I knew I was pregnant. It was a TTC tag that somebody tagged me in, and I filmed it and I didn't post it. So if you see that video, it's old. I still have my braids, but I'll post it anyway. But that's it. I just wanted to come and clear some things up and update you guys. Thanks for watching, and prayers and baby dust, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye.